Welcome to Achieve More with Athens Tech, the official podcast of Athens Technical College. This is where you'll discover how the programs at Athens Tech can connect you with in-demand and high-paying careers.
You're either going to come in here, you're going to get it, you're going to want to succeed, you're going to make the commitment to complete, you're going to get out of here, you're going to get a job, and you're going to go enjoy life.
The people that have helped guide me here at Athens Tech, that's just something that's so great and so welcoming, and it truly makes me feel like a part of the campus here.
You know, at one time we had a gentleman in our course, and I think he was like 80 years old. And I still have the magazine cover with him and one of our former presidents when he graduated with his GED.
Today, we're going to look at the adult education program with administrators and a current student.
Well, my name is Fabergé Flint. I am the Executive Director of Adult Education for Athens Technical College, as well as the Director of the Walton County campus.
So tell us about your job and what that entails.
Oh, that's a mouthful. It entails me being the Program Administrator for Adult Education for the College Division of Adult Ed, as well as me working with the Walton County campus. So if you come to Walton County, I'm the girl to see. That's what it is.
How do you help current and potential students?
So my role as the executive director, I work with my faculty members and my staff members, just ensuring that we make sure that there is access for all of our students to education. Right now, we serve 11 counties. And within those 11 counties, we have various sites set up for students to come and receive adult education, training, services, you name it. Some of the counties right now, we're still looking for some instructors, but there's accessibility there for students to come and get what they need to become workforce ready, and that's really in education.
Are you finding students take their education in a more serious manner than they did before they enrolled?
That's going to depend on where they are in life right now. You know, every day we wake up, we have a chance and a choice. And so that's really going to depend on what stage of maturity that student is in their life as to whether they're going to make the right choice and take the chance to come back to school, further their education, get a job, do all the wonderful things that we think, gives us this wonderful American life that, we hear so many people talk about, or they make the choice to squander the opportunity. And therefore they take a chance on not living the American dream by just continuing to not have in high school education, basic educational skills. And so it's going to vary. I've seen it twofold where I've had students to come in, they're 25, 26. They goofed off in school. They didn't make the right decisions. And so now they're finding that it is almost impossible to get employment if they do not have a high school equivalency. So they come back and they take it serious, and because they want to succeed in life. Then I have those that are 17 and 18 that are, hey, it is what it is. I'm here. I just want to do enough to keep me off of probation or to keep me, out of jail. And then I see them again 10 years later because they realize that part of life is just not what they wanted to do.
I am Catherine Herc, and I am a radiography student at Athens Tech.
Can you talk about your story and why you went back to school?
So throughout my young 20s, I had not had my life on track. It was completely unmanageable. And when I finally started getting things together, I knew school was something that I wanted to pursue. I had not received a high school diploma due to attendance. I knew I could do this. I knew this was something I wanted to do, and I knew it was something I had to do for my family. Being that it was free, how could I not start to set things back on track with earning a high school diploma?
How long did it take you to get through the program?
I started the program around October, and I was completed with all 4 tests by April at the latest. So it was several months, but I love the opportunity where you can work at your own pace. I was ready to hit the ground running, and at that time, I had the time and the ability to do it with my job. So I really put as much as I could in very quickly, and I really wanted to start post-secondary education.
What did you do after you finished getting your GED?
So after that, I did my interdisciplinary studies and got all my prerequisites for my major done. That took me a little longer, about a year and a half. And when it was time to apply for the radiography program last June, I was accepted. So now I am about to complete my second semester, and I will graduate in spring of 2024.
How did the teachers and faculty help you?
So ever since I walked in the doors here at Athens Tech for my high school equivalency diploma, everybody has been super welcoming. I have not had a bad teacher or professor or administrator yet. Definitely very supportive. I think it really all comes down to just making those connections and using the resources that are given to you. But I have not lacked in any area of resource, whether it be like financial aid or administrators, someone in the office. I have had like a really close relationship with the people that have helped guide me here at Athens Tech. That's just something that's so great and so welcoming, and it truly makes me feel like a part of the campus here.
What's your confidence level now that you've achieved so much?
So that has been like a drastic change. So due to things that were going on in my life, relationships, just everything, when I first entered school, especially in the GED program, I knew this was something I wanted to do and was going to do. I just did not have the confidence in myself. I had been out of school for like 10 years. And I didn't have the knowledge of how to write a paper or how to take a test well or any of that. And the instructor here at Athens Tech, Miss Davis, is absolutely the sweetest thing. She's so kind, so nice. They work with you on whatever level you enter tests in at. And they really design the material around all those levels. And so that definitely started building a little bit of momentum along with learning test taking skills again. And I truly believe one of the reasons I have been able to succeed so well throughout my interdisciplinary studies and the program is because I learned those test taking skills and really focused and honed in on them throughout the GED program. Now I know I can do this. It definitely gets hard sometimes, but I know that I am exactly where I'm supposed to be and will continue on this journey, whatever that looks like, whether it's just completing this associate's degree and working in the hospital or continuing on into a bachelor's or even further down the line. I know that I can do this because of the support and the people and the structure here at Athens Tech. And I don't think if I didn't have that when going back to school and experience all that, I don't think I would be as well off in my educational foundation that I am now.
Is it ever too late to enroll?
Yeah, it absolutely is never too late. It definitely was a little bit of a rocky start, learning all the things that I needed to learn, trying to manage that time like I spoke about and learning studying routines and everything. But it's not too late. And I can honestly say, if I would have had this experience when I was younger, I wouldn't have done as well or excelled as well. I wouldn't have been through some life and life, on life's terms to understand and grasp how important my education is and the future of not only myself, but my family. I really feel like I have the motivation now. I have people who depend on me. I have a household to run. And for my personal experience, if I would have had that in my younger years, I wouldn't have been able to succeed and have the drive like I have now.
Well, my name is Marshall Massey Sandoval, and I'm the Transition and Career Services Coordinator at Athens Technical College. My role at Athens Tech is to assist students in our adult education program with transitioning to the next level, whether it be through earning a GED or a HiSET diploma or our new Career Plus HSE program, which started a few years ago. And the Career Plus HSE program allows students to work on their high school equivalency diploma and take college courses at the same time. And it's a very nice program. So I assist students to get into the next level, whether they go into the workforce, whether they take IE integrated educational training courses to get them prepared for the workforce. And I also assist them with preparing resumes, preparing for interviews, everything that you can think of that can get them to the next level. I also teach a Georgia Best soft skill class that was developed by the Department of Labor that helps students learn the importance of and utilizing soft skills in the workplace.
What are the age ranges of students that enroll?
They range from 16 to 80. The 16-year-olds, of course, there are certain stipulations for them because they have to be withdrawn from high school or homeschool or whichever way they're pursuing their education, have to have parental consent. But the age can go, at one time we had a gentleman in our course and I think he was like 80 years old. And I still have the magazine cover with him and one of our former presidents when he graduated with his GED.
What you do sounds so inspiring.
Very much inspiring, because you figure if that gentleman can do it and retain all the information that comes with it and pass the test, certainly the younger people can do it. It is inspiring.
You love your job, don't you?
I love my job. I feel like it's more of a ministry than a job. I truly believe, and I talk to my PA all the time about how I feel like we truly change lives one person at a time.
Do you have to encourage the students to keep on track?
I mean, it's not all of them and it's not their ages. They can be 16 and we have to do the same thing. They could be 45 and we have to do the same thing. Some of them come in encouraged already, we're on a mission, ready to do it. And some of them you do have to give that extra push. But then, with those, I find that they end up encouraging us because our students come with a lot of baggage, a lot of stories, a lot of trauma. And, not all of them, but some of them do. And it's going to take that extra push and staying on them and sometimes going out of your scope of work just to make sure that they get what they need to stay in the program and not quit. Yeah.
Fabergé, let's talk about money in the Hope Scholarship Program. I'm sure those listening are concerned about the financial commitment.
So with the high school equivalency, the Hope exam, what it does is offers a scholarship to students for them to be able to complete their GED at no cost if they qualify. And it's pretty simple to complete. However, you got to make sure you have all of your information for the instructors to help you complete it. So all the correct documentation, but you just go online and you complete the application. And once you complete the application, there's a follow-up process to make sure. But of course, if you go onto TCSG's website, you can put in the Hope High School Equivalency Examination Grant, and it will give you information about how to apply. But then it also goes over the eligibility. So you can take a look at the overview. And of course, it has frequently asked questions. From my understanding from my students, this has not been a complex process, which makes me happy to hear. Because when you're dealing with this population of students, you do know that income is a barrier for a lot of them, money. And so anytime you can do something or get a service for free, that helps. So I'm excited that program was able to roll out. So far, so good.
From what it sounds like, you must get hugged a lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't say necessarily hugged a lot, but I am thanked a lot. When we think about students in adult education programs, GED, we think of the bottom of the barrel. We think these students, they've made such a terrible mistake in life, and for whatever reason, they were kicked out of school. This is the perception. But the reality is, a lot of the students, whether it's they were kicked out of school, life circumstances happened and they had to quit school, health issues didn't allow them to go to school, various reasons, whatever it may be, they've chosen to come back and to complete their education. And they should be applauded for that. The GED, and I think this is why the state looked at, HSE, saying high school equivalency, because when you say GED in society, it does have this negative stigma to it. But I'm so grateful and so glad that a lot of students, they're looking past all of that and they're deciding to invest in themselves and finish their education so that they can go out and get employment that will provide them some sustainable income.
Is this program the best investment you can make in yourself?
Oh, yeah, because it's literally taking the time out. A lot of times we say, well, people want something, but they don't want to take the time to put in the work. Well, if you want to complete your education, because we're offering courses to you for free, the classes that is. So we're preparing you for the HSE. And so the investment that you can make is taking the time to sit down to complete the application process. That is one of the best investments that you can make because it's free if you qualify, of course. And most of our students do qualify, but you have to take the time to sit down and complete it. So, again, I think it is one of the best investments. I think coming back to school and just taking the time to complete your education is a worthwhile investment. And not only that, deciding that later on, if I can do this, maybe I can enroll in the credit side of Athens Technical College and get a certificate. If not a certificate, a diploma. If not a diploma, an associate's degree. So those are the things that make me proud about our students.
And as we wrap up, some final thoughts about the adult education program.
That is never too late. It fits your schedule. It's absolutely free. Most people, the barrier is that they don't have the money. And then another barrier is maybe, we serve rural counties too. And they probably can't get here because there's no bus transportation. So we offer online, virtual classes where they can stream in. You have some challenges with people that maybe the internet isn't so great in the rural communities, but there's still an option, and they can log in on Blackboard and come. And even though they're at home, they can actually log into the actual class that's here. So we have a lot of opportunities, but I would tell them it's never too late. I believe time gonna pass you by, whatever you're doing. So you may as well be working towards your education.
I really just want to say to anybody just thinking about it or considering it, take a little bit of action. At least try. Once you try, you're halfway there. And after that, just keep going.
Thanks for listening to Achieve More with Athens Tech, the official podcast of Athens Technical College. For more information, visit athenstech.edu.
This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. Darren Sutherland, Executive Director. Doug Harding, Creative Director. Jacob Sutherland, Director. Producers Jason Gentarola and Matt Golden. And Chenrei Zhang, Video Producer. All rights reserved.